It was a freezing winter night in 2016 when Lucas and his friend Julianne decided to walk home after a party in a small village in the Ardennes. The journey was long, but a forest cut the distance in half. Rather than taking the long way around, they chose to go through it. The trees were tall and dense, barely letting the moonlight pass through. Everything was silent except for the crunching of leaves beneath their feet. After a few minutes, an eerie feeling crept over them. Julian suddenly stopped. "Did you hear that?" he whispered. Lucas shook his head, but an unsettling sensation started to take hold of him. Footsteps, not behind them, but all around, as if someone or something was circling them. They quickened their pace. Then a faint laugh, barely more than a breath, echoed between the trees. Lucas grabbed Julian's arm. "Run!" They sprinted forward without looking back. The echo of their own footsteps mixed with those of an invisible presence following them, getting closer and closer. Then, suddenly, Julian tripped. Lucas stopped to help him, but his gaze froze on something just behind him. A dark figure, too tall to be human, stood still. And yet, its eyes glowed in the darkness. They screamed and ran as fast as they could, only stopping once they had escaped the forest, gasping for air, their hearts pounding. The next day, they told an old villager about what had happened. His face went pale. "You were lucky," he murmured. "Years ago, a lumberjack disappeared in that forest. They say his spirit still haunts the place, and he hates being disturbed at night." Since that night, neither Lucas nor Julian have ever dared to go through the shadow forest again.